We're very fortunate to be able to welcome to Interpol World TV Congressman Leopoldo Bataoil from the government of the Philippines. Thank you for coming and joining us on Interpol World Television.
Thank you very much, Mr. Gray. It's an opportunity for me to be here, and I'm very excited about the developing situation here. And I hope that this will somehow bring some important developments for use in my country.
Now, I understand you sit on two very important committees for the government of Philippines. Can you tell us a little bit about them?
That's right. I am the chairman of the Veterans Affairs Committee in the House of Congress and the vice chairman of the Defense Committee and Security and a member of the Committee on Public Order and Safety. And my background, before I joined politics, before I became a congressman of the 2nd District of the province of Pangasinan, is that I retired from the police service. And for a while, I was a member of the Philippine military, of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, where I had a chance to serve in the most critical areas of my country in Mindanao, Visayas, and Luzon. There were several threats which we were confronted with, particularly in the Muslim secessionist movement, and then the communist insurgency in the Philippines, and some organized crime groups.
Now, we're seeing in the international press a lot of talk about a growth of so-called ISIS in the Philippines. How big a threat is it really?
Well, yes, that is a threat that developed very recently, which the Philippine government is now confronting squarely with a very specific from our beloved President Duterte, ordering the Philippine military and the police to ensure the takeover and the control of that Muslim city of ours, which is Marawi. And in Marawi, there was an attempt by this so-called ISIS group, or the Maote group, and the Abu Sayyaf group, whereby they tried to take over Marawi last May 23. And what happened was the military was actually on hot pursuit against a certain Abu Sayyaf leader by the name of Hapilon. And they encountered this combined group of Maote group, and then this Abu Sayyaf group, and this terrorist group, and thereafter it evolved into an skirmish, an encounter that lasted, actually it's still ongoing, but accordingly 90% of the city of Marawi had been controlled by the military, and the operation is still ongoing.
And how important is it with the cooperation with international law enforcement and governments through the likes of Interpol to helping you deal with this emerging threat?
This is very important. The Association of Police Organizations Worldwide, because we will be able to harness the support, the cooperation, and whatever assistance the international police associations will be able to render or share with our police organizations and even our military. For example, these technologies that we are presented with can be of help in the neutralization of these lawless elements. In fact, the enemy, the ISIS group, the local ISIS group, are also equipped with technology. No? They even used drone to identify or track down our own police forces, our military. And they're also using sophisticated armaments, sniping our soldiers. No? And along that line, the capability of the military had been put to test. And this is one opportunity, the Association of the International Police and the state-of-the-art equipment which can be put to good use.
So is Interpol World providing you a platform to get new ideas to help deal with the threat and for you to give out your lessons that you're learning and how to deal with this emerging situation.
Yes, it is. It is a platform where our delegation from the Philippines will be able to make use of, for example, in my case, there are 2 members of the Philippine Congress who are here right now. Myself and Congressman Amado Espino, who is the chairman of the Committee on Defense. And we saw the opportunity for advancement and for development, for capability building, and even for training and skills development of our own policemen and soldiers. So we had a tour of the different booths and facilities here, and we were briefed on the modern gadgets and equipments that can be put to good use for law enforcement and for suppressing those threats to national security.
And those threats to national security, the Philippines seems to be at the center of an area where there are a lot of developing threats around. Can you tell us a little bit about what your other priorities are?
Well, that's right, because the Philippines, if you look at the world map, is actually right there in the center of influence. On the eastern side of the Philippines is Pacific Ocean, and the other countries thereat, and the South China Sea on the western side. And so you will see that the strategic location of the Philippines is of primary interest by many countries all over the world. And therefore, our government should be able to continually upgrade its capability on internal security and in our role in the international security, no, of peace-loving countries. So we are faced not only by that Muslim rebel problem in the southern Mindanao, and also some communist insurgency in some parts, and some syndicated crimes like drug-related problems and some syndicated organized crime group. But we were able to upgrade the capability of our police force by organizing special operations and weapons tactics and also our special action forces, which we can easily mobilize and deploy wherever they are needed.
So is there anything that the international community can do to help you more?
Well, yes, training in particular is very important. And to make this state-of-the-art equipment affordable for governments like us, no? Because as it is, well, it's understandable that equipments like this that are very sophisticated are expensive, no? If you are looking at the affordability of countries like us. But I can see an opportunity, however, if advanced countries with those equipments that can be made available for purposes of joint training and possibly affordability of the equipment, then we will be able to upgrade the Philippines' capability in suppressing these threats against our communities, no? And that will help the international community.
Congressman, thank you very much indeed for giving us your insights and spending time talking to us on Interpol World Television.
Thank you very much.